All right, welcome to CAPECAST. Brandon and Alan, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing well. Doing well
good.
myself. Can't speak for Alan, but I'm doing
good. I'm doing good too. You were correct, Brandon. I'm doing good too.
Okay.
Nice. Alan's on call tonight, so you may have to bail in an emergency situation.
Nice.
Brandon, what have you been up to this week?
Oh man. Well, I had a pretty busy weekend. Had nephews over Friday night. Watched a movie. Watched Luca, which is not necessarily superhero related, so I'll save it for CiNEMACHiNE. Where all the adults love to talk kids movies, because that's basically all that's on my watch list this week is kids movies. What else? Had a jam with my bond on Saturday night, and that was great. And Father's Day on Sunday. Had a nice little weekend.
Nice. They treat you well?
They did, always. Yeah. Can't complain.
Alan, what about you?
Dude, I had to work on Father's Day weekend, so it freaking sucked. No, it was.
But you got some nice little Father's Day geeky gifts, right?
I did. Me and the boys, since I worked the weekend, they gave me. I was off on Thursday and Friday, so Thursday we went to every comic book store in Greenville and spent hours sorting through long boxes, and I bought a few little statues over there, and yeah.
Nice. We like statues here. We like statues.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So before we get started, I just want to go ahead and tell everybody, definitely hit the subscribe button here on YouTube, notification bell, so you can stay up to date on everything that we've got going on here. We are on Twitter at CAPECAST Show, pretty much talking all things geek 24 hours a day. And we're also now on Patreon. That's patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNEPod. And we appreciate any support we get there. So this is our second week back of kind of doing our weekly geek movie news roundup. And we had a lot of reveals this week. I'm excited to talk about some stuff.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to the DC world, we did. Yeah.
Is there another world? Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding.
I don't think so.
Which, by the way, do we want to go ahead and talk, since we're talking, we kind of mentioned Marvel there. Do we want to talk about, have you watched Loki at all, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Okay. Alan, are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Okay. Do we want to knock that stuff out, or do we want to wait till the end to talk Marvel?
It doesn't matter. We could save it to the end.
All right.
Because, I mean, it's in the watch of the week section, so
all right.
It would make sense to do that.
All right, we'll do that. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Flash stuff that squeaked out here on the internet this week. We got our first couple looks at Supergirl content. Yeah, there it is, the first one. So I'm happy that we're keeping things in line with kind of looks like the Kryptonian feel of what Zack Snyder established. I think I texted Brandon when I first saw this. I'm not a huge fan of them changing the tail to make it, I imagine, to make it look more feminine or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What were your guys' initial reactions to this post? Brandon, we'll start with you.
I mean, I dig it. Obviously, was pretty surprised that they kept the Man of Steel Kryptonian vibe. Just
really
knowing WB, I just assumed they were going to do some sort of, like Christopher Reeve homage as far as tie it to that world. Since they were bringing in Keaton, I just imagined that the Supergirl was going to be, some sort of variant of that that era, so to speak.
Sure.
The Donner Superman look and feel, but this is the version that they went with, and honestly, I dig it. I mean, here's the thing: as far as the tail, it doesn't really bother me that much. I think you're right about why they did it, and it's cool that they still have like the little Joseph Campbell Kryptonian script in there. If there was anything that I was to like call attention to, I don't know, which I'll pull up. Let me see. Pull up this guy. So the artwork, no, got the Detrini art on the right, but the like comic inspired or the actual art from the comics. I like that it's more V-shaped instead of how it goes, like how in this version it kind of is more like square across the chest, goes down through the arms. I would have probably preferred they did something more in line with that comic art as far as have it like actual like straight up like V. But
yeah,
that's just personal preference. But yeah, overall, I mean, I know that a lot of people, even myself, first time when you first sent it to me, I was like, the abs look kind of weird. But some people think that that's something to do with the harness that she's wearing, but I don't know. I doubt that's the case personally.
Yeah,
because,
I mean, it just looks like an underlayment to me. It doesn't.
Yeah,
necessarily bother me.
When Cal's in the harness, his ab stuff looks like it does when he's standing, on the ground. So I don't think that's the case, that it's like pulled up.
There were also some
like
shots of her walking around where she wasn't suspended and it still looked the same. So I think that's going to be the look. And again, this is one of these things. Disclaimer, it's not this is a leaked set photo, so you never know how these suits are going to change in post, like we kind of saw with Shazam and others in the last few years. But Alan, what about you? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen so far, from what and from what has been reported on, people on the inside, it seems like there's going to be at least a certain level of respect to what Snyder has established on a lot of this stuff. So that makes me feel a little bit better about it. I like the suit. I'm glad that they went with this version with more of the bodysuit versus the skirt. I feel like that's definitely more what you're going to see from here on out. You're not going to see. I mean, Wonder Woman's probably going to be, before too long, the only one with any sort of that kind of showing that much leg. I guess it's just that's just what it's going to be. I think So I like it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think as far as like? I know that they haven't. I don't think they've announced this, but do we think that this is like the Kara or Lara or like? Isn't, because I'm not, me, I'm super movie guys. I don't know the comics as much as you guys would, but
there are variations that there's a Lara that is Superman and Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and then there is a Lara Lane Kent, which is Lois Lane, superpowered girl, and also Supergirl, and then obviously there's Kara. Like, I don't know, if we're basing this strictly on looks, like you would imagine it would have to be, unless they're kind of explain this away in a multiverse way, or they just kind of pretend like it's not a thing. She's Colombian, so she's got more of like an exotic look. So I feel like that would lend itself more towards Wonder Woman and Superman version of Lara.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is, I mean,
and she is on that set photo and on the bus there, so they are establishing her in that world in this movie.
Right. Yeah. It's also good to point out that this is obviously we're dealing with multiverses here, so she's more than likely not the Kara of the established or whatever the established DCEU timeline. It's kind of murky right now, but but yeah, so in some some alternate multiverse timeline, then it could definitely be a Superman, Diana, love child type thing.
Put that image back up. Like, I don't know. You really can't get any closer to, and that's a version of Lara there. You really can't get any closer to that than what they're doing. So unless it's like some really over the top nod, and they're still keeping her as Kara, it's got to be. It's a time travel movie. It just seems like everything's lined up for them to play with that kind of stuff, whereas not necessarily Kara.
Yeah. So the set photo seems to be from the same vicinity, same set as those other Ezra and which we'll get to, Ezra and Keaton and Iris.
Everybody meet at the courthouse.
Yeah. Which, depending on who you follow or believe on the internet, seems to be towards the end of the movie, according to those people. Do we want to talk about that whole
What?
Grace Randolph's tweet about Keaton being established at the end as...
Let's talk about anything. Let's go.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, because it's rumor, I didn't know if we wanted to, it's not something that's, I guess we could talk about it as rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We're not that official, Brandon.
Well, why don't you take the lead? Because Ryan, you felt surprisingly, you felt pretty excited about that.
I'm riding the coat, and keep in mind, this is all coming out the day that all these Supergirl images came out, and I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked about that part of this movie. I think I'm actually a little worried that there's not enough focus on the Flash. But what is this? So how would you guys feel if it's Kara or a female version of Clark? Interesting. The Kara thing.
Go ahead. No, you good. Sorry, I don't want to.
No, I just it's such a. I think it would be a missed opportunity to not play with the Lara side of things in a time travel movie, because it's obviously something we haven't seen on screen before. And then you get the looks there where, it's uncanny. You couldn't do a better job trying to, give a live action version of what was produced in the comics there. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but those are kind of my thoughts.
I feel like it was kind of a rhetorical question when I said Kara Lara, just based on, as far as what her look is. Sure. It seems pretty obvious, but yeah. I definitely feel like it's Kara. I wouldn't be opposed. Obviously it's multiverse. It's, you can, that's the cool thing that I hope they're embracing, and not, like I said, we have our reservations. We've said this before. Ryan's reservations will be back soon. I had to guess.
Oh, it's such a roller coaster being a DC fan. Gosh. All I need is one little rumor about Ben Affleck dying in this movie, and I'm just.
All right. Well, let's talk about that then. So Grace Randolph on Twitter said something about, and I don't have the tweet, but something to the effect of the car that was shown on set, the Mercedes or whatever it was, being Keaton's, Bruce's car, and that this was the end of the film, and basically setting up his version of Bruce Wayne Batman going forward, kind of she said like a Nick Fury-ish type role. Is that the gist that you got?
That was what she actually used Nick Fury as an example. And so my opinion on this whole thing is I think everybody here wants to see more Ben Affleck. And I know there were some rumors out there on the internet about Michael Keaton kind of stepping into his role and becoming the Batman of this whole, the DC EU, whatever that is now. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to see Michael Keaton, an old Michael Keaton, being like the physical Batman, not necessarily like physical as in like existence, but like combat, like he's older now. So, but I am intrigued at the idea of having Michael Keaton as not that Nick Fury type, as kind of just a connective tissue piece. But again, it's one of those things where I'm so, my opinion of this movie is so based on right now is so based on whether
we got some shenanigans going on in the comments.
What's going on?
I think Al's hijacked our
Al's
chat.
in there, yeah.
It's a dead giveaway when you spell Zach Zach.
Yeah.
What a noob.
Sounds about right. But I don't know. If I've said it before, if Ben Affleck is dead at the end of this movie, like I know what the motivation for doing that was, and it's a reset motivation, and obviously that's not something that I am into.
Yeah. Here's a silver lining for me, though. I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say silver lining, multiverse, fine. If that's what they want to do on the theatrical side, we're still hoping, praying, whatever. This is all, first world problems here. But hopefully, if we can get some Snyder stuff on the HBO Max side, maybe, then all is well. Fine.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But
beggars can't be choosers.
It's true. It is true. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And that's the thing. I want to be excited for this. And we said this last week.
Supergirl thing
prior.
A long way for me.
That's true. Again, I was surprised. I was surprised with the aesthetic. And I'm excited for it. But what's the over or under that there's some sort of Superman reference tie-in as far as
you've got a reference. You have it would feel weird if they just
probably
the Flash at least has if he's
probably a better chance of a reference, less chance of a Cavill cameo, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
Unless it's from the neck down.
He's still walking with his lunch tray outside.
He's going to have lunch with somebody.
That's this scene at the courthouse. He just walks by with his lunch tray as like crowds are walking by.
Keaton says, I brought a friend, and then he comes walking by.
Right. You can. That's something that I would expect David Sandberg to tweet after the fact.
Oh yeah, he's totally going to do that and post sort of just make it on his own, put it out.
Right.
That'd be so great. That I'm here for. Anything Sandberg does,
no doubt.
Which we'll get to things that Sandberg does in a little bit.
But speaking of those photos up on the steps there, it does look like the Flash is wearing his ring, which it's going to be interesting to see how they pull it off. It's easy to pull off. Like they pull it off really well in the animated stuff. Obviously, comics, you can pull pretty much anything off. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes in live action. Brandon, I assume you know what the deal with the ring is, right?
I do not. That's what I was gonna. I have no idea.
So that's where his costume comes out of.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes out of the ring.
It does.
How does it fit?
That's why technology these days,
Man, it's amazing.
That's how you get a Bruce Wayne. That's when you get a Bruce Wayne helping you out.
That's what I was going to say. That's some Wayne Tech or Stark Tech or something like that. It's he actually uses his super speed to cram that thing in there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. God, that sounded terrible when I said it out loud. But that's really how he does it.
It's like trying to get a tent back in its bag, where you gotta have two people holding the zipper.
Or even on a what you would think would be a simpler thing, but a Christmas tree back in the box, a artificial tree, freaking impossible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to get two. I had to get two boxes the same size as the original box just to fit my one Christmas tree.
That's what I was going to say. The one that we bought this last year, it came in 2 boxes, so now it's in 2 boxes and 2 bags, like the big rolling bags. It's insane.
But check that out. We got Michael Keaton.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Keaton looks great. I love the wig.
Yeah, agree.
I love. I'm stoked to see him. That's the thing, man. I love Keaton. I love those 2 movies growing up. Still love them. And I'm excited to see him just back in the fold as Bruce. And I think here's the thing. I think having him in a mentor type role, if they are going to move forward using him in some capacity, that's the only way to use him. I mean, I'm sure they'll have, obviously they're going to have, I mean, you're right, John. That's the thing. Like, saying he's the Batman of this universe is like, yeah, okay. You're going to have like a 70-something-year-old as your Batman in your friend, you know, in your universe going forward.
Get like a Mark Hamill situation with it. Putting
seems like if they're going to do anything, like they'll bring in Nightwing or, you know, Batman Beyond or something. But we'll see. But yeah, he looks good from from these little small set photos. And then it's interesting because this courthouse scene, I'm guessing this is the new timeline toward if it is the end of the film, if it's believed to be the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie at least, if this is the new timeline that is established going forward, because like I texted you guys regarding the Iris being here. It was like, well, okay, so is this the end of the movie? This is Iris, or is this in one of the multiverses in the like that he ends up in, and this is the Iris of that multiverse?
Sure.
I feel like this is the actual. I feel like this is the like the new established timeline. If we've got Supergirl landing, we've got. It seems like some sort of culmination of like. These are the players. This is the way the board's being set at the end, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Troublesome.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about that's the easy way out for the Flashpoint, content. The slightest change and Superman's gone, and now you got Supergirl, and Batman is an old man. You know what I mean? Like it's easy for them to write it that way. I mean, it writes itself. It's in the comic books, numerous times when he goes back and makes the slightest change. So that could be what they do. I don't know. It could still be Affleck's Batman, just Keaton, playing him as an old man now.
Yeah, could be.
It ain't.
It ain't.
Let's not kid ourselves here. As
a matter of fact, Al, get out of here.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, I know John. It was funny. John tagged us in a post earlier today about waiting to get our thoughts on this before he checks it out or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm so just so nervous about this movie.
I know.
But
what's funny is
some things are exciting, like the Supergirl stuff and the Keaton stuff, just like on face value. But I just know that they're gonna muck it up. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've done it with literally everything, save for Shazam, maybe. Like they get their fingers in there, and look, they haven't said a single thing to Zack Snyder since the Snyder Cut came out. They don't talk about it. They're everything that they're doing points to nothing good, which, Discovery, please. let's set things straight here. But the current
at Al Moses, he's a funny guy. You should be a comedian.
He's a hoot.
I don't know. I've got this. I've talked about it before. I've got this kind of bitterness towards a lot of these projects that I don't want to have, but I do have.
Yeah, I think that's pretty rampant in this fandom.
Yeah,
depending on what side of it you fall on, but definitely our side.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Look, I'm going to see these movies. It's just, it's hard. Well,
that movie is. Let me just see here. That movie, The Flash, is 500 days, 22 hours, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds away. Now, a movie that is a little closer, which is 45 days, 22 hours, 3 minutes, and 5 seconds away, is James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which is not queued up. Apologies.
Oh no! You were doing so good with that transition, Brandon.
I know. Oh, jeez.
All right, here we are.
All right, so yeah. What's funny is I had it pulled up in a different tab, just not the active one.
Alan, I don't think I've gotten your opinion on this film, or I've heard your opinion on this film. What's your excitement level? Yeah.
I don't know. Earlier in our group text, I had said that I really think the Green Band trailer looked 1,000 times better than the Red Band trailer did. I thought it showed better. I thought it didn't have quite as goofy a tone to it. I don't know. Like I said, I do like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and
you didn't like the bag of bleeps comment?
Yeah.
Or like 15-second monologue?
Yeah. I did like I said, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and I still believe that's, after the success of the first Guardians, that's why Warner Brothers went in and did all the rewrites on the Heirs cut, and tried to make it more, more like, so when they got the chance to get James Gunn, of course they jumped at it, so I don't know. I hope they didn't just beg him to make Guardians of the Galaxy, but had a shark instead of a tree, and, and a instead of a raccoon,
It's pretty telling from the initial diverging path that they went with the first Suicide Squad movie that they wanted James Gunn's Suicide Squad to begin with. They tried their best to edit that into a James Gunn type film. Yeah. And, didn't, to varying success depending on who you are.
Sure.
Nice release the haircut.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But the reason why this is in our show notes is, once again, just like with Wonder Woman 84, the press, they're continuing to say, this is not a sequel. It's not a reboot. It's a standalone, whatever. It's like, they can't, I don't understand.
Stupid. Just stop.
Why they feel the need to do this.
Just stop.
Yeah.
God.
It's so hilarious because it's like, with both instances, even with the Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey stuff, it's like they're continuing to use these characters and branch off storylines. It's so I just don't why feel the need to even say anything? I don't know.
What's funny about it too is, we've talked about this multiverse thing. At first, everybody's really excited about it. And then everybody was kind of like, okay, maybe this is just going to be an excuse-making tool for DC. And now you kind of get the vibe, with Wonder Woman 84 and with the Suicide Squad, it's not a sequel, it's not a reboot. But then The Flash is really setting up some stuff. It's like you can't just stick pick a narrative and stick with it. It's I don't know.
I don't get it.
It's just a mess. Apparently, we might be
typical
getting
WBPR.
We might be getting a trailer tomorrow, according to the internets, but we'll see if that happens.
And I mentioned this in the CAPECAST chat. I don't have an interest in seeing another trailer. I know that I'll probably need to watch it just for this show, but
I think I said you should have started a movie podcast.
I like to watch one. I know. I like to watch one trailer and then cut myself off from marketing until I see it.
I was the same way as well, Brandon. Except for Zack Snyder's.
That's how 6 and 7.
So Al, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You should watch RoboCop. Brandon. You should check it out.
Not gonna watch it. Not gonna watch it again.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, so I don't know. As far as the trailer is concerned, I guess we'll watch it. We'll talk about it. It comes out tomorrow. What is it? August something? 20th? August 6th.
Just look at your countdown.
August 6th.
So that one's coming up.
Yeah. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna try it
All right,
again.
Brandon,
See
the
if I can-
floor is yours.
Let me see if I can pull this off. Okay, so as I mentioned, Suicide Squad was 45 days, 21 hours, 57 minutes, and 54 seconds. I didn't say that exactly because some time has passed since I said it. Now it's less.
Got it.
But a movie that is 710 days, 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 37 seconds just had a press photo this week, and that is
Just blows my
Shazam
mind.
2.
This movie is being shot right now, and it's 2 years away from coming out. It kills me.
Yeah.
I know they got to space
is.
them out, but it's it's a shame. You got to wait that long.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But what do you guys think of this? The upgrades.
I dig it. We talked about the set photos last week,
Yeah.
but it's good to see more production still type
Yeah.
photos.
And Ryan,
Did say that they're not going to have the lights in the lightning bolts. Practically, they're going to have a light on top, and then it's going to be a CG post effect they're going to do when it's needed. So
yeah, and I know you like the new boots, Ryan.
Thank the
But
Lord.
the coolest thing in this picture to me is that they have acknowledged the fact that the sister Mary, that she is an adult, so there's no need to make her another adult. So she's just the superhero
Exactly.
version of herself. That's really cool.
Yeah.
that was
I like that.
that was the thing in the last one that I was like, why didn't they just let the actress play herself in the grown up version? Because she's in college. She's going to college. But yeah,
Do you see his
agree.
do you see his response to that, Sandberg? You see what he said about, we just changed her makeup and hair, and nobody will notice the difference. It works for Wonder Woman.
yeah, I saw that.
Leave it to Sandberg.
I know it is cool that they all have like slightly different versions of the suit, like
Boots and stuff.
Mary's got the like the little flap type skirt type get up with the high boots, Wonder Woman-esque. And then Darla's got she's got the cut off sleeve type, like shorter boots and vice versa.
Right.
So yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
I know that you had a hang up though, Ryan. Want to tell everybody what your hang up was?
Wait, I have the capes. Yeah, I've got to hang up with the capes. I like the short cape. And this looks like kind of a mid-length situation. And it also seems tell. Can you guys tell if there's hoods on there?
See, I don't know.
There's some weird shadowing on a couple of them.
So was it only Shazam that was not Shazam? Was it only Billy that had the hood, or they all have hoods when they were? Because I don't remember.
That's a good question. I don't know in the movie.
I want to say they all had the hoods in the movie, but in the craft service photo, I'm sure I don't know. Do you have that one too, Brandon? He's got his back turned. I don't think he has a cape. I don't think he has a hood in that picture.
Nope, he doesn't.
That's a bummer.
It is.
He doesn't.
That's a bummer.
Well,
why you would
I'm sure that Sandberg will put out on Twitter some sort of hilarious reason why it's not on there, and then you'll be content with it.
I don't know, man. That's a bummer. That's like one of the coolest things about his suit and the animated stuff I watch. I dig that he's got that hood, especially when he's wearing it in action sequences and stuff.
It's true, but he never wore it in the movie, which was a bummer.
He did. I thought he wore it when he was sneaking up on the. Yeah.
When he was first, did he not have it on when he was first transformed? I thought he had when he said his name. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. I know he had it on.
I thought he was wearing it. I thought he was wearing it when he snuck back up to the house.
Oh yeah. Knocked on the window. Self ready.
Yeah, knocks on the window.
I think you're right. Or maybe it was a strip club.
Anyways.
I don't remember. He had it on at some point.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm not bummed about the hood. I do like it. I think it's different. short cape is different. It's super like, but as far as like, it was always a mystery because I felt like, you know, Billy wasn't into superheroes and Freddy was. And I thought there was going to be in the first one some sort of like element of, because, you know, my understanding is it's a manifestation of what Billy is supposed to think a superhero looks like, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting that they didn't have any background as far as like set up to like, maybe I figured that like the reason why he was like this classic superhero look was because that was something that Freddy had like, you know, I was assuming in the movie it was going to play out that Freddy would be like, this is, you know, these are the things that, you know, and that would inform why Billy's version of this character looked like that. But it wasn't in the movie.
The only thing that I hope they keep is that, you know, Billy had, and especially as far as the comic books tie into it. And in the first film, his suit had tigers in it in different places. And that was Billy's thing when he was a kid. So I'm hoping they keep that element because that was always big in the comics as well.
I also like how, like, I don't know, there's something about like the Shazam side of comics where it's this ancient feel to it. Obviously, the nature of the power itself. The hood kind of blends itself to that. Like you think about like cloaks and that kind of deal. Like, and even Black Adam, that teaser image that The Rock put up, he's wearing a hood. Like Black Adam's wearing a hood. So I don't know. That's a little bit of a bummer to me. I like that part of the costume,
and maybe that's why. Maybe
I'm sure they'll add it in post.
Maybe they're trying to differentiate between the good and evil. You know, have Black Adam with the hood and Shazam without. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Could be.
So you want to talk about craft services?
Speaking of other, well, we'll get to that in a second. But right before we came on, we got this set photo. We're like Just Jared podcast today.
Yeah. Helen Mirren looking good. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. That's a cool getup. I like her really her headpiece.
Yeah, I like Helen Mirren. I'm interested to see I'm interested to see how she's utilized. Tell me who she's playing again, because I don't remember.
Honest to God, I couldn't.
Hespera?
Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't remember how to pronounce it. I can see it.
I believe.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me. This is not the case because I know many things about comic books, but talk to me like I don't know, and tell me who that is.
I honestly don't like. So I don't know a ton about Shazam comics. Alan's probably a better bet for.
No, Alan, you would have bet on the wrong horse on that one.
Where's Brett? He probably knows, right?
We need somebody in the comments section here. Come on, guys. Save the superhero.
I think, is it Atlas that she is the daughter of? Let's see. Yeah, she's the daughter of Atlas. But it's cool they're exploring all this like God side of stuff. And to be expected given the title, but I don't know. It'll be fun.
That's cool. Yeah, it was cool to see her. I'd honestly forgot that she was in this movie until that set photo came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got the craft services.
So
she is not. Levi's like telling her some joke, and she's just like, she's not at all.
She's
like, I really don't like Philly cheesesteaks. That's what we're eating here. And
I did not want fries.
Is this kosher?
Did not want fries.
My brother just sent me a text and said that Helen Mirren could play Batman if she wanted to. She could play anything.
Yeah, no kidding.
No
kidding.
He had a few expletives
shot with no hood that we were referring to earlier. So
Sans hood there.
That's a heartbreaker. She's great, and I love her in Red.
I just love that this shot is them at lunch in their costumes, eating out of little to-go trays.
What's great
or whatever.
is there's got to be like some folks who are eating and they like have a fry loaded with ketchup and they just drip ketchup like right across the chests of their like $2,000 super suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, those suits are more expensive than that.
About this. You looked into it.
Sandberg said, well, he said for the last movie, he dropped like how much that suit cost. I can't remember. It was like,
is it over or under 15 grand?
If I recall, it was well over that. Well over.
Yeah.
Like,
man,
I can look it up while we're, talking.
Those lightning bolts are made of pure gold.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a week of set photos for the DC world, as you can see.
I was enjoying it, man. I was eating it up this weekend as all that Supergirl stuff was coming out. I was just refresh on Twitter.
So he said the suit cost over $1 million, and they made 10 of them.
Oh my goodness! You think he's joking? He has to be joking.
I mean, if you consider, I guess if you consider man hours plus material and post-production to put in the cape and things like that, I guess you could be in that range.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about I guess I'm just thinking about like materials themselves and like
Yeah.
The craft. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way.
But like I can see like if you because you can overcharge like crazy with creative stuff too in Hollywood, I'm sure. So like I'm sure it can get out of hand really quick.
Yeah. It's all tax write-off. That's what it is.
And I'm sure there was a lot of R&D involved to get the suit to light up, and I know they had a lot of problems with it too.
Yeah.
But
Nani's got the answer again. She's always got the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those elves in the first movie must have been blonde while they were working on the boots because those things were pretty hideous.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But anyways.
Yeah.
Have we got any more DC stuff? Or do we want to jump?
Not unless something's dropped. I haven't been on Twitter since we started.
Not that I've seen.
Okay. Then no. We don't have any
Confirmed.
DC stuff.
Confirmed.
Okay. How about some Marvel?
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
You remember Marvel?
What you got? Yeah, what you got? I didn't read these, so you're gonna have to.
All right, so let's go to this one. So basically, there was an article that was basically talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and essentially, it was saying that this movie is really tapping into Sam Raimi's horror background,
Nice.
which is a good sign. Which makes sense. I mean, they had
I dig it.
for the last the last director? What was his name?
Oh my gosh,
Derrickson.
Scott
Derrickson.
That's right. Yep.
So he's a horror director as well. And that's a movie that I really, funny enough, I saw it in theaters, bought it when it came out immediately, but just haven't gotten around to rewatching it again. I really enjoyed it in theaters.
I watched that one. I actually watched that one on an airplane. And the first time I watched it, I was like, this is meh. But then I rewatched it like in a proper setting and I really enjoyed it. So,
yeah. Alan, what's your vibe on the Doctor Strange first one?
I enjoyed the first one. I really did. I don't know. I thought Cumberbatch or whatever his last name is.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, old Cumberbatch. I thought he did great. But no, he did. I thought he did great. I know there was a lot of backlash because of the casting, as far as the Ancient One or whatever. But
it wasn't Spider-Man. It can be in Doctor Strange.
Yeah. But I enjoyed the movie. I really did. I've watched it several times on Disney Plus. So
nice.
I like it.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a little bit. This is aside from the Spider-Man Sony stuff, this is kind of the thing that's the most like directly MCU that I'm excited for. So I'm interested to see what Raimi does with it.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is that my only I like Sam Raimi. His output recently hasn't really thrilled me. But I do
Did you
love
ever see
the first.
Crawl?
Yeah, he produced that. He didn't direct it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I haven't seen it.
I did see it. It's okay. Al and I watched it together. It's schlocky. It's okay.
Enough said.
I didn't like it either, for the record.
I mean,
not
was just
that we
fine.
didn't like it. It was fine.
Directed by him for some reason.
Oh yeah. Well, he produced it. That's fine. They put his name all over it. That's why he probably thought that it was that he directed it. But no, this one basically it was. I think it was the writer that was being interviewed. Yeah, co-writer Michael Waldron that gave that interview. That he said basically the time that they were given in the COVID break from production allowed them to push the envelope on the horror element in terms with the writing element. And he's basically said that, that was a natural fit because Scott Derrickson being part of the first one, also coming from horror, and Sam as well. Same thing. And he's like, he said, even though it's not a horror movie, there's this sort of spookiness throughout it. It's a part of what makes that movie work so well. And he said, it's a Sam Raimi movie, and it really is. This is Sam Raimi's return to big superhero movies, and I think everything you might want out of a Sam Raimi movie, you're hopefully going to get out of this one. Which is, this is also PR speak, so who's to say? Everybody always hypes up their stuff before release, but I do want a good return to form for Sam Raimi. I'm hoping that it's not one of those phoned in director for hire type situations.
I'd be interested to see if they do.
As far as the superhero world, Spider-Man 1 and 2 are Spider-Man 1 gets a little campy at times, but Spider-Man 2 is that's pinnacle superhero.
Those scene, the scene with Doc Ock and his tentacles and stuff, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, terrifying.
It'd be interesting to see if he does, because this is such a mystical movie, if how much leeway he's given with practical props and effects.
I don't know, Chris. I would have to put.
Brandon,
I would bet
we already
Bruce
addressed
Campbell.
it.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I was
on the screen.
I'm sorry. Right. I don't know, Chris. But sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're working hard. You're working hard on those transitions. It's good.
The multitasking is sometimes it gets the best of me. But anyway, that's Doctor Strange. It is one, like you were saying, it is one that I'm looking forward to on the Marvel side of things as well. Another one that I know Ryan is excited for, and I believe Alan, you are as well, is to be believed from our text thread, is Thor: Love and Thunder, and we got our kind of first glimpse at Natalie Portman's.
And I dig this look.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it.
And this is obviously a little stylized, but for a shirt. But
it's amazing to me, and if this is true to form, what Hemsworth's get up is going to be. It's amazing how in every movie they find a way to push the envelope with making him look more and more godlike with his armor or whatever. Because even in the first one, he looks pretty impressive, and he's 8 movies in now.
Yeah. Well, he is. He's Jack City for sure.
Jack City,
even more so.
Yeah, Taika's involved. I'm interested.
I dig. Here's the thing. What is his new axe called? I don't know the name of
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. I prefer that personally. I think
I'm-
Milner's kind
hammers
of
or
lame. I think Milner's kind of lame. I mean,
Well, it's just
I got
it's good that
toolbox. I know my dad's
Your
super
dad-
proud.
your dad-
That's my toolbox.
That's what I was going to say. I saw your toolbox. You think it's
so
funny?
when you pop that one out in front
I
of
just
us,
think it looks lame in the hands of a.
Did you
It
get
looks
a good
cool.
Lord son?
And a non-formidable person like me, it's like, yeah, that's a cool hammer. But when you got a huge hulking figure holding this hammer, it just looks kind of, I don't know. I like that.
I mean,
I'm an
look,
axe
I
guy.
liked it in the first few movies. I do like that the transition's been made. It's kind of, you know,
So
it's served its purpose.
Well, here's the thing. It was given back to Cap to take back with him. How the hell did she get it?
Good question. Good question. We'll see. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
Who's gonna
I've
bridge
seen the
that
movie.
gap? There we go. We're just gonna gloss that over. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
if they don't explain it, it'll be fine.
You know,
Maybe he didn't
Loki's,
take it back.
I bet you Loki is going to explain it. I bet
There
she's
you
going to
go.
be set up in Loki.
Maybe
Yeah.
he didn't take it back. Maybe Cap was like, you know what, screw it. I've been a good guy long enough. I'm keeping this thing. And he just took it with him. That's it.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
Um,
So that was really it. I know that your favorite Valkyrie. You're going to get that shirt even though it's got Valkyrie on it? No, you're a big fan.
me?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I'm not,
Okay.
Brandon.
You get it and put some tape over it. Put some masking tape.
Just like a strip of paint, like thick painter's tape.
There you go. Some frog tape on that thing.
Right.
Okay. All right. The only other Marvel news was the social embargo for Black Widow was pulled back, and you had all your bloggers and critics releasing their reviews, small
Let me
snippet
guess.
reviews.
People loves it.
That's correct. People do love
What a
it.
surprise.
I know. Britt was so excited to see it, as if it was going to be any other way. This must be great being a Marvel fan. Like before a movie comes out, you're like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna love it.
Hey,
You
it's
know,
my wife.
when you're a DC fan, it's like, oh god, the reviews.
I know. Like Brandon and I will literally text each other the night before any DC movie embargo, and we're like, so tomorrow morning, right? You nervous? Yeah, I'm nervous. You nervous?
Yeah. So sad. Our existence, just our existence in general, is so sad.
Yeah.
But it really, honest to God, I mean, but most of what I actually read was a lot of the, you know, this is long overdue, you know, kind of thing. She deserved her movie a long time ago. So, you know,
Yeah.
I hope that her movie's good because she does deserve a good movie. I mean, she was kind of the backbone of the franchise
Look,
there for a little while. You know?
Here's the thing, man. This is the third movie show, Marvel release in a row with like my least, probably like in my top 5 least favorite characters, every single one of them. We got Falcon, Loki, and Black Widow. So I'm just like, let's fast forward to Doctor Strange and get this train rolling.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I've seen a million trailers and posters for this movie because it's
That's true.
pushed back for
I said, I am super stoked for Taskmaster. I know I keep saying that, but I can't.
Look, man, I'm not going to knock you for being stoked for something. It's just one of those. You know how I am.
It's okay.
You know
Ryan.
how I am.
It's okay, Ryan. Hey, DC stuff.
Social media reviews are out. It's overwhelmingly positive as usual. Blah 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 blah. Okay, good.
Certified
for you.
fresh sticker on Blu-ray. Enjoy it.
Yeah, we're so happy for you.
I just want one of those. I'm gonna start taking
nah.
certified fresh stickers off my Marvel movies and put them on my DC movies.
I know that we joked about doing that, just like getting vinyl cutting a lot of Rotten Tomatoes stickers and going in like Best Buy and just sticking them to all the Zack Snyder DC movies.
So good. One day, Brandon. One day.
One day. Well, do you guys watch Titans?
I do.
All right,
Alan.
So I get to be the stick in the mud again. Great. I feel like Al on this show lately. I tried watching this show. I know. I tried watching this show probably like 2 or 3 months ago. It's actually Katie who put it on. She just saw it on there. I was like, I want to check it out, but afraid that I'm not going to like it because of stuff I've seen. Mm-hmm. And so we got like 2 episodes in. I was like, I can't do this. And I haven't had any desire to follow up what I watched since.
Did you watch this teaser that came out?
I did not, no.
You should watch it.
It's pretty good.
I was impressed by it.
It's pretty good.
Now I don't know a lot of what's happened in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I kind of have heard, I know Deathstroke was a part of the last season.
He was maybe the best version of Deathstroke that I've seen so far.
Easy now, man. Easy.
Well, I mean, Maglio, we only got to see like 15 minutes of that dude, so we don't know what he was like anyway.
What was his name?
Maglio.
Maglio, dude.
Yeah. The guy from Magic Mike.
Right, it's like, see, other people mess up names too.
Maglio. I don't know. Mandy loves him. That's all I really know. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like you tell people about The Office. You got to make it past a little bit before you get going. You know what I mean?
All right. So what's the mark? What's the mark that I need to get past?
Ooh.
Because look, here's the thing. I love Dick Grayson, so I'm interested just because of that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Nightwing fan. But I just couldn't handle the first.
Well, you're not even towards the end of season 2 is before you even get close to Nightwing. He's still Robin up until that point, so there's a lot of, I don't know. It's got a lot of angsty baggage in it too, like most.
Is there a lot of carryover or could I like start season 2? And
you could start, could, honestly, if you were going to do it, I would start with about 2 episodes left in season 1. And that way you get, because there is a pretty good little cliffhanger there at the end with Raven.
I'll try it for you.
All right.
Okay.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
You should watch this trailer.
Yeah, it's really good. It really is.
Got some Red Hood action in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of Joker-ish. The tone is great. I thought the tone was definitely up our alley.
Mm-hmm. It's very Snydery with the tone.
You had me at Snyder. I'm in. I'm gonna watch all this tonight.
It definitely looks better than Doom Patrol.
I love Doom Patrol as well, so I can't really. Actually, I prefer Doom Patrol over Titans, if I'm being honest.
Doom Patrol is. I enjoyed what I watched. For some reason, I just didn't finish I'd never finished the show. But it's super unique. I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. I mean, honestly, I had no clue about any of it. I saw some of the old comic books Thursday when I was digging through long boxes and I almost bought them just because
Nani's trying it too.
Hey.
All right, Nani, we got to do this and let Alan know what we think. We got to be honest with him. If he's wrong, he's wrong.
I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. It doesn't happen often, so
John agrees with you.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I was impressed with this teaser, and I haven't really been impressed with what I've seen from Titans. But
okay, cool.
Maybe I'll just watch season 3.
Yeah. Season 2 was actually pretty good. There's a lot of Batman in season 2, so.
But the suit is not good.
Well, it's Mormont from Game of Thrones playing Batman, right?
Yes, it is. And he actually
is it Batman or is it Bruce?
There's some Batman in it, but it's not what you would expect. It's some nightmare type stuff, but Batman is in it.
Don't say nightmare.
Not Zack Snyder nightmare. There's no
Don't
Joker.
try to compare that.
There's none of that. There's no F-bombs. No, I'm just playing. There's plenty of them because it's info material.
I remember they were trying to be
that was one of the
bold
first
with their
things
trailer.
that turned me and Brandon off of that show was the F Batman line.
Batman.
I laughed.
Okay.
when I heard that.
All right, little boy
We'll see.
wonder.
We'll see.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, we would play the trailer here, but I just fear that we'd get a copyright strike, so I'm not even going to try to play it.
Yeah, you do get a cool little.
Yep.
You get a cool little Joker laugh in it. You don't really see the Joker, but it's pretty cool.
It looks like that Joker nod looks like a 89 Joker.
Yeah,
Like the way the smile is like it seems like it's like
yeah. It looks like it was like a security guard got gassed or something there in the trailer, and that's what it was. It was.
I mean,
it
looks like
it looked like the 89
straight from the Burton Nicholson
It was
Joker.
pretty cool.
All right. The only other trailer that came out, which I think was today, I think this is comic book related, right? Was Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins trailer, first full trailer. They had a teaser a few weeks ago or a month ago. I don't know how long it was at this point. Did you guys, did y'all check out that trailer?
I'm wondering. So I went to see A Quiet Place on, when did I go, Brandon? Was it Saturday or Sunday? This last weekend. And they played a G.I. Joe trailer. I'm not sure if it was the new or old, but if this came out today, I guess it was the old.
Well, you sent the link, Brandon, but I did not watch it. Sorry, not yet.
I'm just not a G.I. Joe guy.
All right. Well, I'm not either. But
it was a comic book, it was a comic book as well. So yeah.
I thought this trailer.
Did you guys like them? Have you liked the movies so far?
I haven't seen them.
All right.
It's one of the only things with The Rock in it that I didn't like. I mean, I kind of typically like what he's in, and I didn't even like the one that he did. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll say this. I thought this trailer was pretty good. I thought that the choreography, the action set pieces were pretty good. This is coming from someone that my relationship with G.I. Joe are those like dubbed G.I. Joe cartoons that have like all the they overdub the G.I. Joe cartoons and make them say a bunch of like filthy stuff. I don't know if y'all have seen those, but they were popular for a while. But yeah, that's all any kind of. I didn't play with G.I. Joe action figures or anything when I was a kid. I was a Ninja Turtles guy and Batman guy, so this was not my forte. But this was a cool trailer, and I'm willing to give it a chance just based on that. It looks. I thought choreography-wise, I thought it looked better than the Shang-Chi movie on the Marvel side. So
check it out. John went to college with Joe Manganiello.
Oh,
Look at that.
Wow.
Big shot.
Damn. Sorry.
Manganiello, I think is how you say it.
You gotta get yourself some extra rolls, man. That's what you gotta do.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, Snake Eyes. I don't know when it comes out.
I have no idea.
Probably should put that in the show
Don't know when
notes.
it comes out. Don't really care.
I'm that
You haven't even
trailer.
seen the other ones.
The trailer piqued my. Not. I mean, I don't think this is related to the other ones.
Well, knowing is half the battle, so we need to know.
July 23rd is when it comes out, only in theaters. And then I think this is a Paramount movie, so it'll be on Paramount Plus 45 days later, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So,
Which, by the way, they're doing a. I'm gonna sign up for it. Amazon Prime right now. When I was just on my Fire Stick, they're doing a 2 months for 9 cents deal. So I might go check out Yellowstone.
That's good. That's a good point. I do want to check out that show.
But if anybody's interested, on your Fire Stick.
I may do that around the time Quiet Place Part 2 hits Paramount Plus. That way I can rewatch it. Melissa, because she didn't get to see it.
The promo may not be around. You never know.
Okay.
Look,
talk
let's be
to
honest.
Chris.
You're gonna buy A Quiet Place too. It doesn't
Chris will figure it out for me.
right.
All right, let's get into what we've been watching, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Let's start
Let's do
with
it.
this one because I know Alan. We talked about this last week. Ryan, were you able to watch Sweet Tooth at all?
I started it.
Hey,
Sweet Tooth.
I started it. Yeah, we have gotten. Well, should we pop up the spoilers thing or? What do you think?
Sure, do it.
All right, so I got to the part where Sweet Tooth, and who is the big dude's name? Or
Big
what's
Man.
It's called Big Man.
No, there you go. Big dude, big man.
I don't remember what he's got a name, but I can't remember what it is. But Big Man is really easy to remember.
But they made it to that house, and they're hanging out with the family up on the ridge. So that's where we are with it.
Okay.
But Katie and I are both really liking it. It's a super unique show.
Yeah.
Definitely into it.
Alan, did you guys finish it?
Oh, we did. We finished it.
Yeah.
All right, don't spoil anything.
Cried a little, but it was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it was good. I honest to God, I loved it. It was probably one of the best Netflix shows I've watched in a while. Really, I don't think there was an
I would agree
episode.
so far.
I don't think there was an episode that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we finished it Father's Day because it was raining all day and we didn't get to do the things we were planning on doing outside. So we're like, well, let's go down. We had 3 episodes left, so we went down and finished it. I'll say this: I loved the whole post-apocalyptic twist. I talked about how relative this movie was in terms of us going through a pandemic, and then this being very
Katie
similar.
will not believe that this was shot before COVID.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
It's
great.
like there's no way. There's no way.
It hits a lot. It hits a lot of the keys there for sure.
Yeah.
yeah. Especially, well, I won't say, especially later on. We'll talk about it maybe when you finish it.
I'm hoping we'll be able to work through. How many episodes is it?
8.
8. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll be able to
8
get through
episodes.
it before next week.
I thought that I loved the idea of this whole what do they call? I keep wanting to say variants, but that's not what it is in this one. That's
hybrid.
hybrid.
Mutants, hybrids, yeah.
Yeah, I love that take. I can't say much because you haven't gotten. So yeah, but I enjoyed it overall. Luna enjoyed it, and my only pitfall with this show, and I think I said this last week, I wish that the leads had been cast better. I wish that. No offense to those actors that play Big Man and Sweet Tooth, but I think they're the weak links in this show, both of them. And I think all the supporting players are well cast and hold their own, especially the I don't remember her name, the lady with the pig hybrid daughter. Have you got to that? That storyline was probably my favorite storyline.
Yeah, I like that.
And the doctor and his wife storyline was really good too. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And knowing how it ends, it'll be interesting to see. I can't say.
Yeah, I know.
We'll talk about this next week. We'll talk about this next week. All right.
Can't say much.
I do like the whole Tom Cruise Magnolia feel. All these separate storylines that are
Tom Cruise is in it.
He's in everything. But no, the way they all.
Right. I was trying not to say that.
Damn it!
Really
Sorry. The way all these storylines.
Les Grossman makes a cameo in this show.
G6.
But yeah, the way everything blends together, the way all the storylines tie in, it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're
So, yeah,
excited to watch it. Katie has like gone out of the way a couple of times to mention how much she is enjoying the show, which is pretty rare. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, Will Forte is really good in it.
He is.
And you get to see some more flashback stuff with him later on, Ryan, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But and then other players will come into play that are good as well. So so have you met the villain of the show, Dr. Robotnik?
No.
No.
The general.
He looks so much like Jim Carrey's
He
Dr.
does.
Robotnik to me. But anyway, good show. I would recommend it. Again, it's one of those things where they kind of split the difference between it being a family show and a more adult show.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the action sequences, I think I said this last week, I wish they were like staged and choreographed a little better. And I think a lot of the physicality stuff, I think that's another fault that I have with like the episode that you just watched when they're in the house and he's like fighting the guys outside or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That just felt so like staged. Like I feel like it could have been done better. And then that kind of carries throughout the show for me.
That's one of those things, like, I don't know, with Netflix shows in general. I mean, it's the same thing with, I don't know what it is. Like, Jupiter's Legacy was the same way. There's been several shows where it's like I don't know if it's like what it is that seems like it's the weak link in a lot of
just
shows.
like, it just feels like they don't put their actors through any kind of like intense training to be able to like convince him. Like I don't think that the kid that plays Sweet Tooth has ever picked up a slingshot before in his life.
Yeah.
He just looks so unnatural holding that slingshot.
It's also just so like loose in his hands and he's just like whipping still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Anyway, those are my little, quibbles, but overall enjoyed it. I don't want to deter anybody from watching it because it is pretty good.
It's a really sweet show. Yeah.
Let's get into what everybody is anxiously anticipating, which is our thoughts on
Loki.
Ryan's thoughts specifically on Loki. I didn't get to give my thoughts last week, so I'm sure people want to know that.
For it, Brandon. You go first.
I like this show. I like this show more than any of the other shows so far on the Marvel side.
Yeah.
And it's probably because this is the character that out of the three shows, this is the one that I do like the most out of the three. Mm-hmm. I'll agree that the whole Loki, the flip-flop of Loki throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how he's like, oh, he's good now. Nope, he's betraying him. Oh, he's good now. Nope, he's betraying him. Like that kind of thing gets kind of old. I feel like it's going to continue, or maybe it won't. We'll see. We'll see how it shapes up towards the end. Because this is a different Loki, so who knows? But I think that there's a lot of cool stuff at play here. I dig the tone. And I mean, I just like Tom Hiddleston. I think he's perfect for this role. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm glad that he isn't above this stuff. Like some of the actors in these types of roles kind of get like, they either phone it in or they just get tired of it.
Yeah.
But he seems like he's kind of embraced it and comes to work for it still. So, which is good. So far I'm enjoying Owen Wilson. And I'm interested to see where it goes. Like I said, I just finished episode 2, so I should be able to stay in line with you guys now. So the whole like time variance thing, obviously, I mean, I know, Ryan, your problem with this stuff has to do with it not being standalone. I guess I just never had that expectation because that's the way their movies are. Their movies aren't really standalone either. So I know that all this, every movie is in service of the next movie, the next chapter or whatever in the story. And so I just assume that's going to be the
I
case.
just feel like it's not enough one way or the other. Like if you're gonna make it that way, like make the effect on the movie's material. Like it just feels like they're just kind of like little. And if you're like a super big Marvel fan, like I'm sure these are right up your alley. Like all these shows, it's just like it's fun side story stuff. Just watching this, and I'm not knocking the quality of the show. Like from what I've seen so far, it's been well directed, well acted. I just don't. When I was watching the second episode, I was thinking about the right, like if we had a drop, what the right drop would be for this, which we don't have it now, but I'm just gonna say the drop. It would be the Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, where he's at the bar. He's like, I don't care. Like that's how I feel. That's how I feel when I watch the show.
I'm gonna write it down because I have a notes section now for drops for our show that I'm making.
Nice.
So by next episode we'll have it.
Great. And I'm open to having my mind changed. And I know I'm well aware of when WandaVision came out through the first 2 episodes. I was like, I don't care about this either. And I ended up enjoying that show. It was a little let down, obviously, with all the hype, but yeah, right now I don't care.
Fair enough.
But it's not. I mean, it's not like it's well made. It's well acted. It's just not my thing, I guess, so far.
Yeah. Imagine that.
But we'll see. I'm open to change with this. So we'll see.
Well, I think obviously, I mean, I think we all kind of assumed that this is going to be, we probably thought this for the WandaVision, that was going to be the tee off point for the multiverse stuff. But this one, if it's not the tee up for the multiverse stuff, I don't know what they're doing with the multiverse because I mean, it's like, it has to be as far as
look, man, that's
leading
the
into
thing. I don't think you're going to get, they're going to introduce as much with the multiverse type stuff as they did in any of these shows. Like they're going to save that for the movies. And that's what I'm saying. Like I would be much more interested in these shows if they were integral to the cinematic stuff. But I just feel like, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like they are. I feel like I don't think you would be able to go into, especially seeing where Wanda ended up at the end of that, and then having a completely new Captain America.
His costume changed. Like that's all it is. The costume changed. Both those shows.
I don't know.
I mean, well,
debatable.
Scarlet Witch, she tapped into her full potential. So I mean, she's a
all
whole
I'm saying
hero
is
now.
they're in the movie. They are going to give enough background for you to understand why she is the way she is without having seen WandaVision. They'll do that. I'm not saying it'll be all the background you got, but you could. I would bet you watch Doctor Strange and understand what's happening.
I'm drawing a blank now, but the guys that are over the TVA, what's their names? The time
variants,
the Time Lords, whatever they are. I don't remember. Not Time Lords. That's Doctor Who. So,
I do.
The three guys.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well,
Time Variance Authority.
Yeah. Damn it! Somebody in the comments needs to help us out here.
I just told you.
Did you?
Time Variance Authority.
Timekeepers.
The Timekeepers.
Oh, those people. I thought you were talking about the TVA.
Like the Celestials or whatever they are. You know, the guys that wrote the timeline. You know what I mean?
I wrote the book.
One of those guys.
Probably another job.
One of those is going to be in
Eternals.
One of the other, and is it the Eternals?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm not that big a one myself. Apparently, this is embarrassing.
90G calls them the time mofos.
That'll work.
I'm trying to think what all.
Britt is rolling in his proverbial grave right now.
No, I think it may be Captain Marvel. It may be the sequel to Captain Marvel. He's going to be the
another thing I don't care about.
Kang or something like that. Anyway, it's the guy from.
Change your name to Al.
It's the guy from Love. It's the guy from Lovecraft, the HBO series. I can't think of his name. He's going to play the villain in something, and he plays one of the timekeepers. So there is a connection. There is going to be a movie connection. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Whether him and Mephisto will make an appearance in this show or not, I don't know. But
Mephisto or Bustin' Loki.
Yeah. And Boner, he'll be in it too.
Little Boner. What do you guys think about the ending of this last episode with the whole Lady Loki reveal and then the whole branching timelines starting? Like that's what I was saying. Like it seems like this is going to be the like crux of the whole like multiverse getting out of hand, so to speak.
I think they're going to fix it by the end. That's what I think. I don't. Maybe they will. I don't think they should.
Yeah, I think it would be a perfect lead in. I don't know if that's what they'll do, but I was actually when we were watching it, the Lady Loki, she was controlling all those people in the, and they were all fighting the real Loki, or I don't know if you call it. I don't know if he's the real.
Do you think
who is the real?
How
Loki?
offended do you think Al would be seeing his Alabama, his home state, represented by the stereotypical redneck bearded camo guy?
Oh no!
What do you think?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brandon.
This is 2050, and they're dressing like today.
They're still dumb rednecks. So no,
they're wearing like Carhartt.
But no, one of the other I don't know, patrons or employees of the store or whatever was a guy named Austin Freeman. He's from the area. Like he moved out to Atlanta to be an actor, and he ended up because I took a picture of him and sent it to my brother, and I was like, "Do you recognize this guy? I swear I know him from somewhere." And Daniel was like, "Yeah, that's my friend Austin." And I was like, "Well, Loki is controlling him right now, so there's that."
That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he from
I enjoyed that.
Alabama?
No, he's not from Alabama. Greenbow, Alabama.
Know what I think? I think you should go back with me to Greenbow, Alabama. Anyway, I love that movie. I don't know if you guys
know. I do too.
It is known. Well, the thing about these Marvel shows with us going forward, since Britt's not going to be here, our reviews are going to be quite truncated in comparison to our Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews that were led by Britt.
That we didn't finish.
Because our reviews are basically going to consist of, yeah, it was good. Yeah. Or
it's right.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
We'll see. See how it goes. I don't know.
Or if it's Ryan, I don't care.
No, and I don't care. I'll have that one for the next show. But we'll see. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm gonna try and watch it with Melissa. She hasn't watched any of the other Marvel TV stuff, but she likes Hiddleston. She likes Loki. So I think she would latch onto this one. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. We've enjoyed it so far. Me and Mandy have. So yeah.
Cool. Yep. Well, that's all I got for Watch of the Week. Have y'all watched anything else besides Sweet Tooth and Loki that's nerd related?
I did watch New Mutants.
That's
finally.
Yeah.
Finally. And I honest to God, for a supposedly second tier X-Men movie, I really enjoyed it. I thought the effects were pretty freaking awesome. I mean, if I'm being honest,
Taylor-Joy's magic was awesome.
Yes, yes. There was just enough humor to where I felt comfortable with my 9-year-old watching it, but still scary enough to where he covered his eyes a few times. You know what I mean?
It also wasn't awkward humor. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And Expectations is the name of the game with this movie. Like, it's very much a side story, like Fox Mutant side story, but it's a fun little movie. I was not expecting it to be.
Like I said, some of those characters, just the way that, like you said, Magic, Cannonball, that he was fucking awesome, dude. I hate that it was the last run for Fox, with their mutant series, but he was awesome. He was a nice little. I was like, oh my god, that's Cannonball. Like I knew exactly who he was. It was really cool.
Yep, Brandy, you gotta watch it. Gotta find time to watch it.
You really do.
Maybe.
I think you'd like it. I really do.
It's on HBO Max, right?
It is.
Yes, it is.
That's where I watched it.
Did you finish Invincible yet?
Nope.
Oh.
One day.
Nope. Sure didn't.
All right, gents. I think anybody or anything else you guys watched before I shut her down?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
think so. Tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for watching tonight. And hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you stay up to date on all the content we're putting out. This is kind of a weekly show that we're starting to do again.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it routine. We've had a lot of vacation and other things kind of interfere with our schedules. Yeah. But the plan is, if you haven't noticed, and I understand if you haven't because we're not super consistent, but the plan going forward is CAPECAST, Mondays at 8:30. CiNEMACHiNE Thursdays at 8:30, and then you'll get sporadic, one-off reviews.
We'll review stuff as things come out. Yeah. Post those as well.
That is the plan. So try and keep us to it if you can.
That's right. We are on Twitter at CapeCast Show. Give us a follow there if you like following all of the set photos for the Flash and that sort of thing, Shazam, that kind of thing. And then we are on Patreon. That's patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNEPod. And obviously appreciate any help that we get on there. And guys, I guess until next week. Well, Brandon, I'll see you Thursday. But Alan, until next week.
We'll see y'all
later on.
All right.